This is Wayne Smith from Trophy Room Adventures. On today's show, we're going to see that hunting is not only a recreational sport, it's a necessity. A necessity most of all for the deer and their herd population, for the health of the deer, the environment that they live in. But it's also a necessity. A lot of people feed their families from venison. Today we're hunting with Mike Goodwin on his favorite hunting spot, and he had seen this big mature doe all through the season. And on our way to the stand, Mike told me that he was hunting that doe that day. If we had seen a buck, that was going to be great, but Mike wanted to hunt that doe. We have known each other for years, but this was the very first time that me and Mike actually got to hunt with each other, and that's the memories that this show is all about. Okay, this is Wayne Smith from Trophy Room Adventures. We're out here on a farm, southern Surrey County, North Carolina, with Mike Goodwin with First Strike Defense, set up in a box blind here looking over a cutover. It's been grown up for a couple years, pretty thick. We've only got one shooting lane here for deers to step out in, but that makes for easy hunting. I'll introduce you to Mike.
I'm Mike Goodwin. I am owner of First Strike Defense. Good to be hunting with you guys today. I've been looking forward to it. As Wayne's already mentioned, we're overlooking a cutover. Had real good deer moving here all year. Hoping today, of course we'd always like to get a big buck, but we're going to do a management hunt if we need to today to take out a big doe, one for the freezer. So you guys stay tuned and see what happens. Well, at least we got one for the freezer. Look good in there. Old Seven Mag done his job.
That's a big old doe right there.
Down for the count.
We had heard it come in probably 10 or 15 minutes ago, come trotting up the ridge up here, but it got quiet. I reckon it just probably staged up out there to check things out for a little while. But we'll go out there and get a look at her now.
Anyway, late season hunt, December 26th.
Big Game Connection is a hunting lease service that brings hunters and landowners together. Find your next hunting lease through Big Game Connection and experience the freedom that can only come through leasing your own land. Setting trail cameras, planting food plots, and deciding on stand locations are all things that you control with your own lease. For landowners, we offer peace of mind. No more worrying. We handle everything for you. Call us or check out our website for more information on Big Game Connection. I don't know, that's a pretty big old doe.
Good size. Good meat for the freezer. Well, that's that.
That's what Trophy Room Adventures is all about, making memories. Goody, now me and you have the memory of our first hunt ever together.
That's right, that's exactly right. I'm always after meat. I've fed my family for years with them.
Well,
and I really enjoy it.
The fun's over and the work begins now.
I thank the good Lord for letting me have this hunt. I really enjoy getting out in the woods. I thank the Lord for letting me have the opportunity.
Ed Russell here with Trophy Room Adventures. I know you just enjoyed that hunt with Mike Goodwin and Wayne Smith. Both of those guys are really good friends of mine. Known both of those guys for a long time. Worked with both of those guys for many, many years. Both of them are just fine people. Enjoy spending time with both of those guys out in the woods. And that's what our show's about, you know, enjoying memories outside and memories with your friends and family. I know we use that M word a lot, memories, but man, it's so true. You know, the only thing you really have when you look at stuff, I mean, you can have material possessions, you can have a lot of things, but the memories you create, friends, family, and on your own is just, it's amazing what you can do. It's amazing the recall that you can have and the thought process and just looking back and thinking about, you know, what you did 20 years ago. And that's the great thing about the trophy concept. My idea of a trophy may be a whole lot different from your idea of a trophy. But my idea of a trophy today is a whole lot different than my idea of a trophy when I was a teenage boy. In this pine thicket hunting with my bow, I was able to kill my first deer, and that particular day, it wouldn't have mattered if that deer was a 160-inch deer. It wouldn't matter to me. It was my first deer with a bow, and I was excited. That just goes to prove that your ideas of trophy change over time. Trophies are different to different people, but even your individual idea of a trophy changes over time. When I was a teenage boy with my bow out in the woods by myself, you know, that first deer with a bow was just like a 140-inch deer with a rifle with me in my mid-30s. And the great thing about the trophy thought process is the fact that it's okay for somebody's idea of a trophy to be different. You know, your idea of a trophy may be that 185-inch Boone and Crockett buck that you've looked for 4 years. And, you know, my 12-year-old son's idea of a trophy may be a 4-pointer that he just had been looking at for the last week. On this next hunt, you're going to see me and a good friend of mine, Jerry Perdue. Me and Jerry have hunted together for many, many years together. And on the last day of deer season, it's always been our tradition, along with another good friend of ours, Burgie Speaks, who unfortunately was sick on this trip. We've all hunted together on the last day, and we always get together, and we always hunt together, and we always spend time together on that last day. No matter what our schedules are, no matter what conflicts we may have, we always try to work it out where we can spend that last day together. And we've done that for, like I say, 20-plus years, and it's just been amazing the memories that we've created outside on that last day of season with each other. What you're going to see in this next portion is we spot some deer that are several hundred yards away. It's too far for us to get the shot, so we just tried to put stock on them and get as close as we could, try to get up there where we could make a good ethical shot on them.
It's January 1st here in Wilkes County, where it's the last day of the season. We've got some does out here in the field. Out here with my good friend Jerry Perdue. We're trying to put a sneak attack on them this morning. They're out in this green field about 200 yards away, 250 yards away. We're trying to get around on them so we can get a shot on one of them, maybe fill the freezer before the end of the season here. Today's the last day. We're excited to hope to put the smack down on one of these deer here.
Big Game Connection is a hunting lease service that brings hunters and landowners together. Find your next hunting lease through Big Game Connection and experience the freedom that can only come through leasing your own land. Setting trail cameras, planting food plots, and deciding on stand locations are all things that you control with your own lease. For landowners, we offer peace of mind. No more worrying. We handle everything for you. Call us or check out our website for more information on Big Game Connection.
Answer.
What spooked them?
Huh?
What spooked them? They were fine when I got up here on top of the hill. Well, we think Roscoe just killed a big old fat doe here. We're gonna go out here and see if we can't find her laying in the grass where we seen her fall. Stay tuned. There she is.
Jerry Purdue here with Trophy Room Adventures. Just killed us a doe in the big Long Bottom, North Carolina. About 175, 80 yard shot, 260. She run probably 30 yards to recovery.
Got within a couple hundred yards. Jerry got down, made a good shot on these deer. Unfortunately, we thought Jerry had missed the deer. We went back and we looked at the footage. When we looked at the footage, because we were trying to see where all the deer went, we noticed that the deer he shot actually fell within 30 yards of where he shot it at. And so good, clean, ethical kill. Everything worked out for us. Everything worked out for us on this hunt. It was a good shot, and it was just amazing that we couldn't see it with our eyes, but when we rolled the camera back, we actually seen that deer had crashed. The greatest thing about the 20-some years that we've hunted on that last day is the memories and the excitement that it creates for me, because of the anticipation of being to be able to be with my friends on that last day of the year, on that last day of deer season here in North Carolina. It's great to spend time with those guys. I remember one time we hunted out there and the snow was so deep. It doesn't snow a whole lot here in North Carolina, but it snowed so deep that particular time. There was like 18 inches of snow on the ground, and we went anyway and sat in the cold and snow all day and finally seen 2 deer and was able to harvest 2 does, and I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Early November, me and Ed Russell got to go to Oak Valley Outfitters in Missouri on a whitetail hunt. First morning of the hunt, we had a small buck come in, probably a 6-pointer, and a couple does. About 2 hours into the hunt, we had a pretty nice 9-pointer come off of a ridge, and he had somewhere to go. Ed hollered at him and stopped him so I could get on him with the scope.
The shortest distance to success is not always measured by the easiest path in life. Sometimes a little extra patience goes a long way while in the outdoors. Sometimes a little extra attention to detail separates a good broadhead from an exceptional broadhead. Sometimes the choice is simple. Choose Executioner Broadheads the next time you're out in the woods. Executioner Broadheads, born to kill.
hunting out here in southern Missouri on Oak Valley Outfitters land, and seen several deer this morning. One small buck. We think we got us a pretty decent buck laying out there. We just shot. We didn't get it on film because a lot of stuff obstructing, but we're gonna go out here and get a look at him. I'd like to give thanks to Oak Valley Outfitters, give thanks to Trophy Room Adventures, most of all give thanks to God. I hate that we didn't get the kill shot on camera, but I'd like to give special thanks to Ed Russell and Oak Valley Outfitters for the chance to go on a whitetail hunt in Missouri. I got a pretty nice 9-point buck now to hang on the trophy wall, but most of all, I've got a memory of a hunt that I'll never forget, my first hunt in Missouri.
Once again, we'd like to remind the viewers that we want you to be a part of the show. If you've got a hunt that you filmed that you'd like to submit to us, or if you're going on a hunt and you need somebody to come film it, give us a call, send us a note, letter, email, whatever. Get in touch with us somehow. We'd love to be a part of that because we want the viewers to be as much a part of Trophy Room Adventures as we are.
So send us your footage of your hunt. And contact us by phone or web.
That day it was only a button head, but for me that particular day, it didn't matter if it was a 12-point buck. Wait a minute. Maybe I should just say I killed a 12-point buck. That's my first one. Yeah, it scored 196, double drop tines. No, okay. 12-point button head. My mid-30s. So it doesn't matter to me. What am I trying to say there? So it doesn't matter in what. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Mike had to be ready to take the shot then. A lot of bloopers in there. Today on this show, this is Wayne Smith from Trophy Room Adventures. On today's show, we're hunting with Mike Goodwin of First Line Defense. I need to do that again. My lips are too big.